Mike, overarching comment to start Thursday night into Saturday evening, quite the round for Adelaide 36ers.
Well, yeah, I think, like I said after the win the other night, the group has been extremely coachable. We're trying to create a level of professionalism in how we approach each day. You've heard some of our players, I said it the other night, where we're trying to move the group forward like 1% a day. They're taking coaching. We tried to do some different things defensively tonight because they're so talented on offense with, really no practice time. I'm not sure all those things worked out because they're so difficult to score. But, you give them a ton of credit. The way they play, Harvey and Trey and those guys, they're really, really tough to defend. But proud of our group, proud of the way we competed, proud of the way we connected on the bench during timeouts in the fourth quarter. Everybody was talking about our system, our defense, saying the right things, and those are like galvanizing type things for a young group in the young season.
Montrez and Isaac were impressed by their combination on Thursday night. You said you're trying to go forward by 1% per game or so. It was more than 1% better, their combination again tonight, wasn't it? 17 points and around the double mark both, and I think they were 10 and 8 rebounds respectively.
Yeah, I think we're still trying to figure out some of the spacing with those guys on offense. Obviously, there's some different advantages on defense with that much size and length at the boards. We won the offensive rebounding for the first time. That was a key to one of the things of the game. We also shot 29 free throws, which was huge in the game. Our assisted turnovers were good, and we won the game with, I believe, 3 stops at the end. We were big. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to, contest because they're just such a talented offensive team.
Right beside you, got him out of the summer league, but coach, you first, then I'll go to your point guard. 19 points first half, more than 30 for the game. Just talk to us about his game tonight.
Well, I think that KD in the last 48 hours or whatever it's been between Thursday night and now, he's just all of a sudden had a little bit different level of play. And we can talk about all the points you want. I don't see the points. What I see is his defense. His defense has been unbelievably impressive. On ball, off ball, to do the things that he's doing where he's handling the ball on offense and kind of generating offense for us. But his level of play on the defensive end down the stretch, he wanted to take certain challenges out there. He did that, and he helped us win.
And Kendrick, the NBL, compared to your expectations, how is it defensively and offensively 4 games into your NBL career?
It's difficult. I consider this one of the second, third best leagues in the world. And I'm only in my second year pro. So, Coach called me out the first 2 games defensively by being better. And I'm a competitor, so I knew I could. We went to his house. We sat down and watched the whole game. And more than offensively, because I know my offense is going to come. But I thought I didn't compete how I know I can defensively. And I thought that set the tone for the group. But also just set the tone in period, and going forward, forget offense. I want to be able to compete defensively because if we get stops, we run and, everything will take care of itself. But, Coach pulled me to the side man, bleep the offense. I know that'll come. But defensively, I know what you can do, and I need you to dial in, and that's all I needed to hear.
So against the best attacking team in the league coming into tonight's game, to have that defensive display, what does it mean to you to do it and know you can do it?
Honestly, it don't mean nothing. It just mean what we've been through, I can do it. He called me out, and I accepted the challenge. And I knew it. I kept it real with myself. Forget all the outside noise or what was going on. I didn't really care. I knew defensively, I'm one of the best guards on ball in this league when I put my mind to it. And for us to win, the group expected me to do that. They got my back on the backside, but it started with me at the front. So I don't want to let my teammates, my brothers down defensively at all. Shots going to come and go, but I want to compete. That don't mean I'm going to get every stop, but as long as I compete, I think we'll live with the results.
Coach, what was the most pleasing thing for yourself, considering the Hawks have had multiple in the first 3 games they've had guys scored 10 points or more, multiple scorers. Was that shutting down? Was there any key players you wanted to shut down?
Well, they've got a lot of different ways to beat you. They're a very talented team. So we're very aware of how difficult a challenge this was. I mean, we had different names on the board for our defensive plan. I won't go into detail on what we wanted to do there. Some of the things I think worked. Some of the things didn't work, but I think we made some adjustments through the course of the game. And I thought that the one thing that was really, really good for us as a young group in our fourth game is that when I did make some defensive changes to certain things, the way we wanted to do things out there in the half court, the guys knew exactly what I was talking about. So it wasn't perfect. I thought that us staying in the moment, trying to be in a possession-by-possession game over that last 5-6 minutes was just key. We had big offensive performances from a few people. The other night, Trez has such a gravity that it allowed other players to be successful. And I thought today it was DJ. They were really, their game plan was to take DJ away in certain situations. He was blitzing pick and rolls. He was top locked in the corners. So that created openings for everybody else where Trez had his points, KD had his points, other guys had their moments. Because not only does the ball have gravity, but we have individually talented offensive players that have gravity. And he had two to him most of the night. So that allowed other people to be successful, like KD, open shots for Lat, the way Sunday plays, and then Trez with a big night. And Ice, I don't want to forget Ice playing again. This game could have went a different way for him again with the early 2 fouls. He really stayed connected with the group. He was super positive with Trez, with KD. And I thought then, he found his rhythm, and a couple of the plays there at the end were just ginormous.
Do you think Isaac and Trez's combination against Foley and Aldridge probably shaded them?
Well, I think that it was an interesting matchup the whole night, right? I think that those two guys are very talented, and we tried to go out there with our two bigs and also put a lot of size and length and things. And, then Harvey starts making shots, and it doesn't matter what you have in the paint at the rim. But I thought we stayed in the game. I had a lot of different lineups at times, mixing and matching different things, and I was really proud of the group.
Yes, as I was going to mention, Davis, Dejan, and Humphreys, and of course this gentleman, all worked together as a team to help get the job done tonight. But 2 wins doesn't win you the title. How do you go on with this performance, into your, especially with the home crowd?
Yeah.
Happy to take all this.
Yeah, well, as we've said a few times, we are a young group. I'm a young head coach. I have a lot of different experience. We've got guys that have played in different leagues. We have a different locker room. Our chemistry is just in the infancy. We're at stage one. We played some really good moments in Perth on a neutral court. We didn't play 40 minutes. We played some really good minutes in Cairns, but we didn't play 40 minutes. I thought we put some really a solid game together to get the win the other night. And this thing was a completely different type game where it was back and forth, 1 point, 2 points. So for us as a group to be in this type of game on the road, to have a road win, to do the things that we needed to do and win the game on the defensive end is one of the things that, you're going to plant your flag on. That's exactly what we want to see moving forward. And, where we are today and where we are at the end of the season need to be two different places. We want to be the best version of ourselves in a couple of months. We get Jarrell Martin back, and we'll change a little bit more. And I just want the group to keep pushing forward. But today was this really positive, connecting day where everybody had a different type role within the game to get a really hard win on the road.
Mike, do you consider this a bonus win, as cruel as that might sound to the current group, given that you're on the road against a top team with a really big piece to Jarrell Martin still out?
No. Totally expected to win. I mean, I think that, and that's absolutely no disrespect to Coach Tatum and that group. I mean, they are a really good team. But our preparation and our detail, you know, the guys were locked in this morning. They knew what I was talking about. We're changing every day, and every time we have a team meeting, the group is different. They're asking more questions. You know, I'm learning from them. They're learning from me. But we're growing. I don't know what the next game looks like. I don't know what the next game after that looks like. But these last 2 games were things that we can build on, and are things that you can win by playing defense on the road is the way to win.
And no advancement on Jarrell apart from sooner rather than later in terms of his return.
Yeah, I'm not the guy on that one. You have to talk to the medical people. I have no idea. I'm focused on the guys that are in the locker room 1,000%. We love Jarrell. We can't wait for him to join the group on the court. I'm not the guy to talk about that. I'm more worried about the group that I have right here with KD and DJ and Ice and Trez, and I can go down the line. Because I really thought we had big minutes from everybody that I put in. You know, Starling hadn't played the last 2 games, and I needed somebody else on days because he was on the boards at time, and he didn't know whether he was going to play or not, but that's a true professional to come in and do the job and know the plan that we were in. After sitting there for 2 games, knowing that he wanted to play, and his stats won't be what everybody else, but he did all the little things, and he kept days off the boards in a lot of different minutes when I was bringing him in, taking him out, mixing and matching. That's huge.